Hey guys, welcome back to Balls Fan TV. And today we're going to be doing the match preview for our game against St. Pat's tomorrow evening at Derrymount Park. Uh, it's going to be an interesting game. Obviously, we got a bit of a hiding by Sligo last week, 4-0, not a great result. I don't think the scoreline kind of reflected how the game went for us. I don't think we played that bad. Uh, we had most of the possession. I think Sligo kind of hit us on the break a couple of times. I know Feely they had a bit of a mistake at the back, which led to Sligo's third goal. I think De Vries scored, um, and then yeah, that was it really. 2-0 going into the second half. I think we started the second half quite well. If I think Georgie Kelly had a goal ruled out for offside as well. Um, it was looking like maybe you could try and get back into the game, create a few chances, but it just wasn't happening. And we ended up losing the game 4-0. But coming into this one, it's a good opportunity to bounce back. It'd be big 3 points if you could get it. I know Pats are, I believe they're still top of the league, but I think they're joined with Sligo and Rovers as well. So, it'd be Pats would be wanting to win to distance themselves from Rovers and from Sligo so they can try win the league. But the 100 fans as well, they could play a big part. Obviously, the fans were very good in the draw of the game and in the Shamrock Rovers game as well, which and they helped us get over the line in those games with a very convincing victory against Drogheda, a 5-0 win and a 1-0 win against Rovers in the derby. So, that's I think Pats, some of their performances this season probably haven't been great, but they're still getting results. Well, whereas it's kind of been the opposite at times this season, we played quite well, but just haven't gotten the results. Um, but I think if we play the football that we can play, so I know I say this every week nearly, but if we play the football we can play on our day, I think we can definitely beat St. Pat's. The form is, well, I think their form is pretty good, but they're just their performances are kind of on and off at times. They played Dundalk a few weeks back. And I think they lost 2-0, but they had a lot of the possession, but didn't really create anything with it. Which shows that I think with a solid defence, it's hard for Pats to get through. I think our defence hasn't really been solid this season. At times, it has been in some games, but at times this season they've given away a lot of stupid goals. I think Alfie Lewis is going to be suspended for this one because he got a red card last week, so uh, that could work in our advantage. Obviously, he's a good player. I think they got him on loan from West Ham. He's played well in recent weeks. Coughlin, I think, has a bit of a knock. I'm not sure whether he'll be fit or not. So, we'll have to wait and see. But I think our team could look uh, maybe a little bit different to the one that played against Sligo. I'm not quite sure what kind of changes he's going to make with Europe coming up. We'll talk about Europe in a minute because there's been a bit of news today about that. Um, But I'll go through my predicted lineup. I'm going to go with James Talbot and goal. No questions asked about that. At right back, I'm going to go with Andy Lyons. I don't think Rory Feely put in his best performance against Sligo. He was a bit shaky at the back, and I'd bring Andy Lyons back in. Two centre backs, I'm going to go with Rob Cornwall and Kieran Kelly. They're solid on their day. I know they didn't look solid against Sligo, but two of them put in a good performances there against Drogheda and Rovers. In those two big wins. So yeah, I'd have them two at centre back. Um, Left back, I'm gonna go with Tyreek Wilson. I think you know Anto Breslin came on at half time. I think in the Sligo match. I thought Wilson was having a bit of a shocker. Um, at half time, that's why he was pulled off. But I'd still stick with Wilson. I think he's probably better than Breslin just about, and um, he can get up the pitch, get assists, and score free kicks as well. So Going into the midfield, I'll have a midfield three of. See, this is where it gets interesting because Keith Buckley, I don't think he played very well against Sligo. Um, so I don't know. Maybe will he go with something like Levingston or Harry? But Harry's not getting a game, so I don't know why he's not getting a game. So I'd probably stick with Buckley just about because it's a Dublin derby, and you need them type of players in your squad if you want to win the game. So I'll go with Buckley, Devoy, and Tierney in the middle. Yeah, it's probably our best midfield trio when everyone's available. Um, you know, Devoy can sit back and pull the strings in midfield with his passing and his dribbling. Buckley can stay back and do the hard work while Tierney can come up and down and support Kelly up front. So onto the front three, I'm gonna go with Coop, Kelly, and Burr. Just a standard front three that we played for a number of weeks now. Georgie Kelly will be hoping he can get on the score sheet. Ali Coop has been playing well recently, as well as Liam Burr. So yeah, that's my predicted lineup. Also some news. There's been news on the game against Stjarnan. Don't know how to pronounce the name to be honest, but obviously the away leg is on the 9th of July, I believe. I think so, 9th of July, yeah. In Iceland, obviously fans won't be able to travel because of restrictions and all that, um, but the home leg in the Aviva, there's been news today that 6,000 fans will be allowed in the into the game. Um, all season ticket holders and members will probably get an email tomorrow about that to purchase tickets. So yeah, that would be good. Obviously, to have 6,000 fans in. Obviously, it's the Aviva. It holds about 51,000 or something like that. So it's gonna look a bit empty, but it's just good to have fans. And yeah, as a season ticket holder myself, I'll be looking forward to going to that game. Hopefully we don't kind of just blow it in the first leg. We lose 2 or 3 nil, and there's a very little chance of us coming back. But I'm confident that we can be starting. I know I've checked up on them recently. I think they've improved their form a bit. They were 10 in the league. Um, last time I checked. But I think they're up to sixth now. They're in a 12-team league. But you probably have more European experience than us. Maybe I'm not quite sure, but I think they probably are above us in the index rankings. I know Fairvar were a long way above us in the rankings last time. We gave them a very good game, and we only lost on penalties. And that was over one leg, of course. There wasn't a second leg at the time, so no, over 2 legs, who knows? I'm confident that we can get through, but as I've said, I've literally never seen Stjarnan play. I don't know how good they are, so we'll just have to wait and see. A bit of transfer news. Jack Moylan has signed for Wexford on loan until the end of the season. I think that could be a good move for him. Get a bit of game time. Obviously, he wasn't really playing that much at balls. Uh, I think he's a good player. I think he still has a bit to learn, but I think if he could get some minutes under his belt at Wexford, maybe get a couple of goals or more, then he can come back to Bowes with a bit more experience and he can try and break into the first team. Just finally on the Pats game, my score prediction, um, very difficult one to call. I think I'll go for a draw, maybe a 1-all or a 2-2. Either one of them scores, I'm not quite sure, but I think uh, I think it's gonna be a tight game. Two teams that are good. Obviously, as I said, if we can play the football that we know we can play, I think we could definitely win the game. Um, sorry, my nose is blocked because of hay fever and that, so if I'm talking a bit weird, then that's why. But um, yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game. Two good sides, as I mentioned, but I think it'll be a draw. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you think at the end of the game. Comment down your score predictions, and I'll see you in the next one.